Guys, we're back. We're going to be starting out on Path of Exile, and this is going to be part 2 of Path of Exile Hardcore. This is the Path of Exile campaign, if you guys are unfamiliar. If you die in this, you lose your entire character. So, I'm going to try to play through the first act, through the first campaign, not die, not lose my character, because I really don't want to start over, and I want to get through the entire game if possible. But the way that this works is a hardcore character has a couple certain requirements depending on what you're playing. You can play regular hardcore and you can trade among other people and you can fight with other people, or you play solo self-found or SSF, which means you have to find items yourself and there's no trading. So you have to build out your character with better items, better equipment, better gear, and get stronger without buying or purchasing items with in-game currency. You can find, like, you know, exalts, divine orbs, things of that nature, and you can go trade. So this doesn't let you do that. You have to find the items, like if it drops like on the ground, you have to pick it up, put it on your character, and that's the only way you can get items outside of maybe going to the vendor and buying something from an in-game AI or, you know, a shop like an NPC. So this is kind of an interesting game. I've been playing it nonstop for the last couple months, and I wanted to try something different. So I was like, hey, let's give it a shot on solo, you know, hardcore, self-found, whatever, and see if it's fun. I've been playing, and I've had multiple characters, and the multiple characters I've played so far have been really, really fun. They've been really enjoyable. I'm curious to see, like, how it goes going forward with other games, as you know, like, as I get better at this, seeing how it goes. But hardcore is really weird, because if you make one mistake, it's over. You know, all the characters that I made have been pretty good, and they've been okay, but I've been able to die. In this, you can't die. So it's a little bit different. Something that's going to take a while to get used to, I'm sure. And just be a little bit more careful and cautious about what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. I'll take that staff, though. That's a fire staff. It's not going to help me, but it might have like +3 fire skills or something, which could help my firewall. But right now what I'm doing is I'm farming for items and levels. I'm trying to level my character up to get a little bit stronger before I go fight the next boss. What's up, Jeff? How you doing, man? Alright, so let's go to town real quick. It's an interesting staff, but it's not that great. I'm also selling all the items I find right now, because the more items that I sell, the more likely I am to have better items or better equipment or better gear in general that I can buy from a vendor.
Another for my collection. Thank you.
Don't need that. Spell damage, cold, spell damage, mana. That's pretty cool, but it doesn't really help me.
Stay safe.
I need to level up again, and then the shop will have new items,
Hello.
which hopefully will help my character out a little bit more. We played this all day yesterday, and it was pretty solid. We ended up getting to this part of the campaign, and it's not too bad. Lara, just lay down. She's playing with a toy right now. My dog's over there. Waiting on a nurse so you can play later. I gotcha. Well, at least you're taking care of yourself, and let's see what happens.
Bye.
You just gotta start a hardcore character, man. I gotta suffer through this alone, you know? The hardcore character is interesting. I don't expect to live very long, but it depends. If I play really cautiously and I play really smart and take my time, I could probably beat the campaign. There might be a few bosses that kill me, you know, if I just make mistakes, but I think if I take my time, I could potentially beat the whole campaign, at least on normal. Now, beating it on Nightmare, that might be a little bit more of a challenge. You got too much lag? Really? That's surprising. I guess it is an online game, so that can happen. I always think like Diablo campaign where you can play offline, which is super, super, super useful. For that reason, you can avoid certain situations or certain, you know, lag issues. But hey, what are you gonna do? Another belt. Let's see about that helmet, though. Life regen. I need more energy shield in my items too. That's kind of the hang up here. Need more life, more energy shield. That way I'm a little bit harder to kill. Mana would be good too, but I don't really need like as much as possible. I mean, it helps, but it doesn't give me life or energy right now, so it's not really that important. It will be later on. I could take the staff. I need to find a +1 to spell skills or +1 to lightning skills staff. Wand would be really cool if I could drop like a +3. That'd be awesome. But I don't know if I'll get that lucky. Probably not. It really depends. Sometimes you get lucky, other times you don't. Sup, John? How you doing, man? So I'm trying to pull up the YouTube chat. I guess I can move that chat here. I don't need the Facebook directory open, and I just need the Facebook chat visible. That'll simplify that. There we go. I have enough gold to gamble for what I need? Kinda. It's really going to come down to luck. I also don't want to gamble all the gold that I have at the moment, because if I gamble it and then let's say I level and then the shop vendor has like a +3 or +5, you know, lightning staff, and it's like, well, I only have 1,000 gold. It's like, well, fuck, you know, like, so I kind of want to hold a reserve at all times just in case. I don't want to just gamble everything. Now, I can gamble like once or twice, but yeah. I want to make sure that I have enough money to buy what I need when I need it, and not be like, oh crap, I don't have enough gold, and then I try to go get enough gold, and then I level up again, and then I'm out of gold, and I'm in trouble. Because then the item disappears, so I always want to have enough to buy what I need. But I'll probably do like the Act 2 gold farm at some point, and then gamble items. There's a couple options there that you can do. You can do the beetle, and then you can do the end of Act 2, but the main thing is I gotta get there first. What are you doing, Lara? My dog's like jumping up and down behind me. I thought she was chewing on something for a second. She usually tries to find things that I don't know are around, and then she just grabs them and just destroys them. And it's like, how'd you find that thing? And normally I keep things out of reach. It's just, she just finds something that I didn't think of. And it's just like, okay. You know, I guess. The fact I only have level 3 spark is absolutely frustrating. There's the tomb here, but where's the other tomb? I guess I must have missed it when I walked around the map, the graveyard. Kinda odd. I figured it would have been there. I'm using a necromancer wand right now, which is kind of funny. It doesn't give me plus skills, but it gives me spell damage and some other stuff. So it's like I might as well use it because it works. So now I have like a necromancer spell that I can throw out there occasionally, which is just kind of funny because it actually does a good amount of damage too. But I felt like by now I would have found a better wand to use. The only thing I found as far as spell skills, I found a projectile skill amulet, which affects spark. So +1 projectile skills helps your spark ability. If you can't find a plus all skills amulet, you can just use plus spark, or plus projectile. And then if you can't find one for, you know, all spells or lightning spells, you know, it's just you have to use one or the other. But it's super early, and finding those are kind of rare. I'm not sure what it goes up to as far as, like, I think it's +3 is like max, but I don't know if you can get that in normal. Like, I don't know if it spawns in because the item level is too low. I think you can get maybe +2 if you're really lucky. I don't know about +3 as far as, like, low level items go. And there's our level. Level 12. Get a little bit extra mana there. Yeah, I mean, you can vow certain things. Like your skill gems, that's not a problem. But you don't have the skill gems to put in there. That's the main issue. Also, I don't have Vow Orbs. I haven't found any.
Let me teach you the power of the Eternals, Maracat Fiend. Beloved Draven, aid me. Intruder. Right of the full moon.
I got her. I'm just gonna kill her, maybe get a couple items for loot. Like, see, there's a skill 4 gem. So now I can upgrade things. So if we do that a few times, maybe I can get what I need. I'm gonna teleport here, go sell this stuff, and then come back.
Yes, these are just.
And since we leveled, we can check the shop too, see if there's anything better in there. Max energy shield, max life. The max life one's not bad, but I don't need it.
This one.
Like, I'd take max life, but really I need energy shield, max life, and then some other stats too, like anything else. So it's really touchy. I don't need the amulets.
Tried it.
All right, give me a +3 to lightning skills. I'm not gonna get that lucky. Cast speed, max mana. Cast speed, mana. A ring though. Lightning damage. And it has strength on it. Life regen, but I give up a ton of mana. I don't think I need that one. I think I'm okay there.
May it fill your heart.
That's not so bad. So this is all the currency I've found so far in Act 1. I actually found, like, exalted orbs, which is surprising. I didn't really expect to find them. And yet, somehow I have. I found quite a bit of them. Ooh. I also need to find... oh, man, that's actually, like, a huge max life roll. It needs dexterity, though. Damn, that's crazy. Mana, fire res. I need cold res. 24% energy shield, but no movement speed. One thing I want to do, like when I fight like the Countess or whatever, that guy, I'm gonna want some cold res. I'll have to figure that out. And I think by figuring that out is I'm gonna have to farm some areas until I get items that help me. Because I feel like if I fight him, I'm gonna want like maybe like 50 cold res. That might be a bit too much, but somewhere around there would be nice. Unfortunately, no dice here. What's up, Jay? How you doing, man? Yeah, finding wands and other stuff, it's just so crazy, like how bad the drop rates are. Like, they're bad. I kind of knew that going into this, but I'm actually more surprised like how bad it really is. Like, it is really bad. Ooh, gold chest armor. That's what you get when you start talking shit. You say the game sucks and it drops you good items. Yeah, I don't know about the drop rates in this game. It sure sucks. Boom, Mirror of Kalandra. And it's like, I knew it. The game was holding out on me this whole time. Fire res, stun threshold. It's not great. It's okay, but it's not great. That must be where... Oh, she went and got her toy. That's awesome. Usually, like, with my dog, she'll, like, try to chew the carpet or something behind me. And I'm just like, why are you, like... I've been training her not to for the longest time, but sometimes she just, like, licks it. Like, she won't eat it. She just licks the floor. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, and I vacuum in here and I clean everything. So it's like, there shouldn't be anything that she smells and whatever. But, I mean, I'm sure she'll smell stuff. But she's sitting there chewing on a bone right now. And I was like, fuck yeah. I thought she was chewing on the floor again. And I was like, I'm going to... Oh, my God, not again. Like, here we go. Yeah, problems. Get a corgi, dude. It'll be fun. Like, don't get me wrong. I love my dog, but like, fuck, bro. There are days and times where you know, raising a little puppy early on was a lot, and you're just like, damn, did I make the right choice getting a dog? Like, could have got a cat. Could have, you know, a little easier. Could have got one. You never know. No, I'm not that crazy. Cut skill level 3. A gold chest. It's gonna drop me a whole lot of nothing. Oh, and drop me an exalted orb. Interesting. And a focus. The focus could be good. Sometimes you might get like a plus skills one or something. Fire res, maximum life. I'm gonna have a lot of see, I have a decent cold res now, but it's not like crazy good. If I get the cold charm, that'd be more helpful. But it's gonna be a minute before I get there. This one has spell damage and skills. That's pretty gonna be hard to beat that for now, at least. And I can save my exalts for a bit and then use those on other items. The only thing I don't like is that she sits right behind my chair. So if I don't know she's there, I'll roll the chair back and like run her over. Like, that's kind of a, oh boy, like that could be a problem. You know, she has a bed next to me and a chair, and she's just like, no, I'm gonna lay on the floor right next to you. Like right behind you. Like, fuck your bed, fuck your dog bed, fuck your chair. And she still lays on them both, but she'll like swap in between, then get lay on the floor. It's weird. I don't know. I don't make the rules. She's a dog, man. She does what she wants.
Now, your soul will join my steeple of death. These spirits are mine. Down, my beloved
Oh yeah, I forgot he calls his girlfriend in.
Your soul is mine.
You guys see the new Battlefield announcement today? I did.
Must travel light.
Finding a lot of shields and stuff. I don't know if I want to use them or not. Okay, so we killed both bosses. Didn't really get a lot of loot. After we kill this guy, the next player, we got to go to the woods, or I should say the hunting grounds, which is a little bit stronger. And that's not a bad bow. It doesn't have physical damage on it, but
Treasure it.
interesting.
safe if you can.
Now the question is, do I try to fight Lachlan or whatever his name is? I gotta kill him. He's just a little bit stronger. He has an attack with the hammer that can really kill me, and I'm a little concerned about it. I think I can kill him. It's just gonna take me some time to dodge, and I can always like log back out, you know.
What?
Like if he starts beating my ass.
What?
You can't open the gate yourself, old man?
Praise the first one.
Ah, it's crazy. So normally it's just better if you stay back, because what he'll do is he'll get angry and then he slams his hammer like down and then back at you. So you're gonna wanna stay away from that shit. Here we go. See, he slams the hammer back. Bam. Oh fuck, it still hit me. I actually took a chunk out of his health. That one's kind of dangerous. Holy fuck, that does a lot of damage. God damn. I think I got him. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're okay. We're safe. We're good. Kinda. That's fucking terrifying. That dude like almost fucking one-shot my ass. like that is crazy strong too. That's just like, hey, I got full health. And you're like down to like 25%. It's like, what? That could have been really bad. All right, she's gonna bring him back, which will be sick. Then he can identify all my items for me. For free. For free. What's up, bud?
So if we are...
Nice. Nice.
Sorry, I was just... Finn makes fun of my collection.
Fire res, cold res, life regen. And that's kind of cool, but it doesn't really give me any intelligence, max life, or energy shield. I don't think that's going away anytime soon.
I will treasure it.
Now he wants me to go to the hunting grounds. Now I'm a little worried about the hunting grounds because every time I go to the hunting grounds, it's the monsters seem to be like a lot stronger. So like they're level 10. So you go from like level 7, level 8, and then level 10. And it's like, whoa, like that's a big jump. And then usually over here, I just don't do enough damage to kill things. We're gonna test it. I'm level 12, so I'm 2 levels ahead, which should be helpful, but we'll try it, you know? There's a lot of other monsters here too, like elites and rares, that tend to surprise you from time to time. There's also poison damage. What are you doing, Lara? So you kind of have to watch out for that too. The poison damage can surprise you and get you. I don't have Chaos Rest. Ooh, another Exalt. That's like 7 Exalts already. I'm gonna get a Divine Orb by the time I get on out of here. Crazy. What are you doing? I knew she was up to no good. She chewed part of the chair underneath the chair that was broken. Way to go, Lara. That's why we can't have nice things. I mean, it was already ripped and broken already. It wasn't her, but she just like was chewing on it when I wasn't paying attention. Who would have guessed? Where's the yeah. Got like the apple spray. She's never had any problems until today. Till today. She's like, you know what? I'm a misbehave because I'm letting you in the stream room today. Like, you know what? I'm gonna fuck your stream room up. I'm like, thanks, Lara. I put the chair in here so you could relax, and not have to sit out in the living room while I stream all day and get all lonely. I just need to learn to sit in here. She's like, nah, I don't want to do it. No.
This is no lost man effigy.
Thanks, Lara.
The boy is from
Jerk.
these parts. I should ask him of this.
Can I survive this? Oh, let's go. Another skill gem.
Now see, though it is full of stealth, this is...
Get some extra damage here. Look hilarious. Yeah, my dog was trying to... Now she's chewing on a stick. I don't know. I don't know, man. Anyone want a corgi? You can have her. I'll let you borrow her. She's misbehaving at the moment. Oh, I never thought about it, but I could gamble a wand and hope I get like the rare unique wand that's like +3 skills. That would be really good. I mean, the odds of me getting the rare one would be pretty fucking hard, but even one that's like +2 would be sick. Good job. Now, if I had a treat, hold on. She's like, what are you doing? All right, stay. She's just chilling. You can barely see her. I can't really move the camera because it's fixed, and if I move it, it'll fall. I mean, it won't probably fall, but it's got a teleprompter attached to it, and it's mounted in a way that I can't really turn it any further. No, get back. She's trying to like grab a drink over there. Just trying to touch the desk. That's like, no, no, no. Just because the desk is next to you, it does not mean you can touch the desk. Here, go lay down. Go lay down. Ooh, monster level 12 in here. I forgot about that. I came in here for the waypoint, but I guess if I go through this and I don't die, I could maybe get the +1, +2 to all skills if I find her loot real quick. They give me +2 book points. I also needed to go do that in the hunting ground area too. That'll give me... I have to fight the boss there. He can kill me, for sure. If he hits me, he can kill me. So that is a bit of a concern. That I have to dodge all the attacks. And now she's laying down. She's so cute. See, when she behaves, she's a good dog. Oh, what am I kidding? All dogs are good dogs. Unless you're a bad dog. Oh man. I need to go get a haircut, dude. It's getting kind of ugly. Ugh. That's why I wear the hat. You know, a little beanie. And I can just hide it. I look a little scraggly, but like not horrendously bad. Oh well. Oh well. I was gonna say it'd be really cool if like you could set the field on fire. Like you technically can, right? You can see it burning, but like with the sparks, it'd be sick if you launched it and then the sparks burn that like lightning into the field. Like when you throw the flames out, it does burn the field, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna level up here in a bit. The question is, what level do I need to be to fight the boss, the main boss? I need to get more resistances. I need more skill damage. I think I'll have to be like level 18 to fight him or something comfortably. But that's gonna be kind of a challenge. Oh no, it's a loot box. Oh no. So funny.
Una will be most pleased with this.
I need to get a camera for the dog. She's just chilling there right now. Just hanging out. I do technically have one. I just have to go find it and hook it up again.
Hello. Take a punt.
Ooh, cold res. Does have energy shield. Requires strength though. Oh, did we ever go look through the gloves and the armor? I don't think we did.
Deal. Tired of the slaughter? Who knows what prizes await?
Ooh, mana. See, that one has 42% spell damage, and I know it's a necromancer wand,
Take it off your hands.
but you know, it works. Ooh, that's close. That's close. 1 to all fire spells, 43% fire damage, 39% increased spell damage, and 9 intelligence. I think I have to use that wand. It's gonna make my firewall better. I lose damage though. But my firewall goes to level 6. That's a tough one.
Yes. Feeling lucky? Deal. Why then?
You found, I think.
Such a different
That is a
sort of
tough one.
melody to Maya Kara's. Haunting.
Ooh, that's a tough one. I don't know what to use on that. I see you on Twitch. Wait, what? Oh, I don't want to have my stream. Oh, you see on Twitch you can have your stream featured? I mean, yeah, I guess you can have Twitch feature it. But they only pick like select content creators or partners or probably, which I'm neither. I used to be a Twitch partner, but not anymore. Let's go back through the hunting grounds for a bit. Now, I wonder if that's going to affect me as far as damage goes. I could exalt it. But I don't want to because it's fire. I want to find a lightning one. Oh shit, we never checked the armor. What am I doing? You know what? I'm just going to do the town portal. I know it sounds silly, but it's just convenient. What do you have in your inventory? Better question. I think we already checked this last time I leveled because it has the same stuff. The ring is lightning damage and some other things.
Be careful.
But it's not like a ton.
This hooded one is. Take a look.
But No, I think I did look at this because it has max life and lightning res. So yeah, we gotta level up again. Okay. We'll go level up real quick and we'll come back and then see what they have. I just need like a +2 to lightning spells, +3 if I'm super lucky. I'll probably get like +1 to all spells or +1 to lightning. Kind of like the fire one I have at the moment. Although, there we go. I was like, something's not right. Like, it's not letting me cast my firewall, but now I can. Now I can. You gonna lay down, Lara? You're just gonna lick the couch or whatever the bed you're laying on. But yeah, I'm just gonna smell it again. I don't know. I've been laying down for like 5 hours, but I'm gonna smell it again just in case. Just in case it's changed. Come on, Lara. No. She's licking the trash can. Really, she's really cute. Like, oh no, you're picking me up. My headphones unplugged. Yeah, thing. Let me down. It's because I'm not holding her correctly. She's like, what? Her back feet are like, let me down. She also thinks I'm gonna yell at her or something because she usually, like, when I go after her, I'm like, wait, like, no, stop, like whatever you're doing, because she's usually like chewing on something, so she gets like preemptive. Hey, get down. Trying to put her paws on my desk and like try to grab the dishes that are there. It's like, no. So she kind of gets hesitant. She's like, wait, what? Like, I don't hit my dog. I don't punish my dog like that. Positive reinforcement, you know, misdirection, you know, give her a treat or something else instead of doing whatever she's currently doing. But she's just like, oh, like she knows like when she messes up. Now she's got her toy. Good deal. Good job. That's what we want. She'll get frustrated because she can't chew on something, then she goes and grabs her toy, and it's like, hey, that's exactly what you should be doing. I wonder what that's gonna be. Physical damage. Oof. If it was lightning damage, that'd be sick. But I'm not that lucky. Alright, so that's where that boss is. I don't know if I'm ready to fight him yet. I probably could. But if he hits me once with that bell, it's a GG for me. And I know it. Like, I might be able to survive like one hit if I have all my energy shield. But I still don't know. Like, it hits pretty hard. It's kind of brutal. But yeah, your dogs kind of learn like what they're allowed to do and what they're not allowed to do, and they learn also your tone of voice. So they can tell when you're angry, they can tell when they're doing something wrong, and they try to get like, they get guilty, you know, they're like, oh, my bad. So you can kind of see that. When I had her as a puppy, I kind of made a mistake of putting her in her kennel a little too often. So she would act up, and I'd just go put her in the kennel so I could stream. And I knew that was kind of a bad deal, because I'm like, well, I need to make it to where she doesn't just like, you know, always go in the kennel, and then also she needs to be comfortable being kenneled. But the problem was she would know, like, if I'm going to pick her up at certain times, that meant kennel, so she'd try to run away. But I've also learned too, corgis like to just run away in general. They find it to be playful. So sometimes catching corgis, they feel like you're trying to herd them, and they're like, oh no, like, you know. So they try to skedaddle. So I accidentally trained her sometimes to kind of run away from me, which is the opposite of what you want. So retraining her and teaching her not to run away, and then like her not being in trouble, you know, kind of a thing with like a negative punishment is a pretty big deal. She's trying to chew on the chair. The nurse is come and gone. Gotcha. She cut your other leg off? You trying to steal the other one? Like, no. Are you getting your leg fitted still? Or is that like, you're still waiting on that from the guy that's making it? I've always wondered how they fit those. Cause like, I know like I've seen a few people that have had amputations, and I know like they put like a sock over it for like friction, but then they have to like kind of measure, you know, obviously the stump, and they have to give you enough leeway for how it plugs in and sits. Otherwise, like, God, I can only imagine that that would wear down and cause problems. If they do it incorrectly, like a sore, like a friction sore, like, God, that'd drive me insane. But I always wondered how they measured that. I guess they could take like a cast, and then they could like just use the cast around the stump to fill in what they need. Oh, Friday, awesome. We should get you. I wonder if I can find one. Let's see. I think you'll know as soon as I see it. We need to get you one of these spring ones. We can like have you like running around everywhere. Let's see if I can Google it real quick without dying. I'm doing this on a hardcore character, mind you. We need to get you one of these things. There we go. Gotta get you one of these. And then you can like literally bounce. It'd be crazy. I always thought those were insane, like watching them in sports with them. I was like, what? Like the fuck? But it makes sense, like how it works. It's kind of impressive from a technology perspective. You'll be off fishing in no time. Is how that's gonna work out. Yeah, you got the sock. Yeah, that makes sense. You got a shoe on yours? You're gonna need a hiking boot so you can go fishing. Nobody will stop you. Wait, where does this go? Oh, it's the little boss over here. That's right. I was like, shit, am I strong enough to kill this thing? I guess so. There's a wand. Wand to all fire spells. Fuck! That's not a bad fire wand, honestly. This one's pretty good too. See, the fact that this has fire spell damage and spell damage is sick. This one, fire and fire spell skills is cool. Intelligence is good, but it's not like lightning. I need lightning. Yeah, but I'm sure you're excited probably to kind of get back to, you know, maybe actually having some mobility. I wonder, like, if you're gonna have to do, since you probably haven't walked for a while. I know that's, yeah, who would have guessed? Getting used to balancing and all of that with the prosthetic, that would be kind of a crazy experience, because once you start getting mobility down, being able to maneuver and move, like the freedom you'll get from that will be huge. You don't have to kind of lug a chair around as much, and it was like, fuck yeah. So I imagine that's gonna be a great change. It's probably gonna be a little bit of a struggle though for a little bit, you know, just getting used to balance and whatnot, but I don't know, I feel like you'll pick it up pretty quick. Just based off personality, I can kind of see that. Alright, what else do I need to kill here besides the boss? Oh, we leveled up too, which means we can go check the vendor again. Almost completely forgot about that. I could try to fight the bird. If I get hit with the bell, though, it's GG's. I don't think he would kill me with the bell unless I absolutely make a huge mistake and get hit. But yeah, that could be a problem. Have to use a walker? Yeah, that makes sense. I just feel like after like recovery from surgery and then also like the downtime of like not walking for a bit and then obviously not having a joint is going to take a little while to adjust as far as walking, but I feel like once you get balance down, you'll kind of it'll just be like more natural like over time. Because I feel like our brain, you know, it'll adapt pretty quickly over time. It gets used to new situations. That's the interesting thing about like humans in general is we usually just tend to adapt.
Ah, none of it's junk.
Don't need that. Don't need that.
Not bad.
That's kind of a good one. Still don't need it though.
By then.
A support gem. What could I put in the support gem? Arcane tempo. No, I can't do arcane. I can maybe do spell cascade or something. Mobility. I think spell cascade's level 2. No, it's not. It's gonna reduce the damage, but it gives me other stuff. I could do mobility if I have enough skill gems. The armor he has is what I need. I'm surprised he found one. Little belly rubs, and she like sneezes at me. She's like, "Itch." Like, nice, nice, way to go. All right, let's go check the vendor, see what she's got. Give me a really cool wand, please. Fuck. Ooh, I need this. That gives me cold res.
I suppose I can let that one go.
Fire res. I need something like that for the boss. With cold res on there. If I can get like 30 cold res plus mana, like we're in business. Ooh, no skills on that one, but that's kind of cool. 42% spell damage. 1 to all spell skills. Like that one's really good because of cast speed. Mine is not so good because I don't have cast speed.
Careful.
I like how I have all the storage space in the world. Like, Dan, it's a hardcore character. Why do you have 52 tabs? It's like, well, I got a little out of control on my first one. Okay. I went a little hard on buying the other one. More damage for Spark. Yeah. Have not done rehab for 3 months. What? We need to get you back into rehab immediately. I know a lot of people that I've talked to quite a few doctors. And the main thing, like for rehab, especially like with my dad when he like broke his foot, he didn't lose his foot, but he almost lost his like toe. And the way that this happened was he worked for UPS and he dropped like a 50, 70 pound trailer hitch on his toe. He like picked up the box to deliver it, and the hitch fell straight through the box and landed right on his fucking toe. Shattered it. Just completely shattered it. Like the x-ray looked like a spider web going through his toe. And the doctor was like, well, we might need to amputate it because he's like, I don't know if it's going to heal or get infected. He's like, we can try it and keep an eye on it because he's like, if we take your toe, it could cause balance issues and could cause some other problems. So we don't really want to do it. But he's like, we might have to, you know, and if it gets infected, you might lose the foot. You know, like so he's like, we can just keep an eye on it, pump you full of antibiotics and whatever else, and, you know, give you, you know, and monitor it. So they put him in a boot for a bit, and he would go have the doctor check it every so often. But he was like, the main thing is that people would like quit their rehab after they had like surgery, you know, and they were supposed to have like 10, 20 weeks or something, you know, and they'd only do like 2. And I saw that with like people with like knee replacements was like a big one. And like the recovery difference between someone who completed all their PT versus like just a few weeks was dramatic, like lifelong changes. I was like, really? It's that drastic? It's like, yeah, your body gets used to it. You work things that normally don't get worked. And it's just kind of like you need to do it. But sometimes people go, I don't need to do it. Or you run out of PT, but yeah. But I saw that with like people with knee replacements. That was one he mentioned. They go, I don't need to do it. Then their knees stiff or their muscles aren't strong enough and it causes problems. So yeah, if you still got PT, go do it, man. Get it done. This angry ass bird, dude. I've fought him enough to kind of know his moveset. The one thing he does over here is kind of scary. He gets a little angry and then he'll like rage at you. And then he'll like body slam. And I don't know if I can dodge that. There we go. But now, like, the other thing, too, is he picks the bell up, and I can't really damage him. Like, you can hurt him, but you can get him down to, like, here, and he won't die. So you have to fight him in that cubby. And that's where it gets dangerous, is this bell. Especially on hardcore. Wish me luck. You gotta fight him in a closed-in area, which is fucking scary. That's not too bad, I guess. Now I got 2+ skills and a focus. Nice. The build is shaping up. Not so bad. Getting a little bit stronger. I wonder what the focus is, though. That could be pretty good. Yeah, but having spark on the ground, you're right. You want the spark to be there as long as possible. Ah, it's cold res. A ton of mana. I need to roll that one. I need a regal. I think I have one, but I also don't really want to roll it. Because let's say, for example, I get one that's better.
Sure, I'll take it off your hands.
Question is, should I keep all these wands? Ooh, that's the fire one. Because you could roll the wands and maybe get, like, a better wand. Like, you might maybe get lucky and it'll turn gold or something. But I feel like I wouldn't even roll them, because by the time I roll them, I think I just find a better one. So it wouldn't matter. Do I even have the bench? No, not yet. I'll have to go get it, because it's hardcore. That's interesting. Oof. I don't like that either. So for a first-time hardcore character, this is not actually that bad. This is going a little better than I thought it would. But I have played the campaign a lot. I would say a lot. I've done it at least 4 times, I think. Yeah, 4 times. I deleted one of my characters, and I didn't finish the whole campaign with it. But I just deleted it because I started at a different one. And I was like, I don't really need it anymore. I'm not going to play on it. And I cleared the slot for it. But honestly, I should have just probably respec'd it. We also need to go through Freythorn too. That one scares me because the boss has 2 health bars, and I feel like that's going to be a really big challenge for me. So I'm not looking forward to that. That one seems more concerning than any of the other ones that I have to fight. Like, why is he so aggressive? What do I get for the ritual boss? It's not like, is it resistances or something else? Because we got the 2 books for skill points. But we didn't get... We got the resistances for all the other things. The cold res. What does the one in Freya give you? I don't remember. Did anything like really beneficial? Is it resistances? Is it chaos res? No. Well, maybe. I don't remember. Because I know you get spirit in Act 2 from the Bog Witch. You get resistances and some other stuff from the poison thing. I'm trying to think what else you get from the other guys. I think that's really about it. You get the skill book from the gorilla that you have to fight. You get skill points for the other one? Maybe you do. A regal. Nice. Might be able to use that on the focus, but we'll see. It's kind of crazy how rare like all the exalts are and everything else. I mean, I'm finding quite a bit, probably more than most. And I got like 6 or 7 of them, which is kind of crazy. When I've watched other people's do hardcore, they usually only found like 2 by the time I found 6, and it's like, that's crazy. I think I'm probably doing a little bit better. It's just, when do I use them is the question. I guess in hardcore you could just use them whenever, because if you save them and don't use them and you don't make your gear better and you die, well, then you just wasted them, you know, which is something you probably want to avoid. But I can see why you would save for later on when you get to slightly higher levels, because the gear that you have is just going to get replaced really quickly. So it's like, do you want to use all your investment pieces on it right now, or would you rather do that later when you find an item that you know you can use for the whole campaign? It's like, yeah, probably on that. I think that would make more sense. Okay, so there's the village. We got to go in there in a minute. I haven't done the crop circle boss yet, so we'll go try to find that. It's probably over here. Yeah. Oh, a skill 4, a level 4 gem. Nice. I think I can upgrade Orb of Storms, which will help a little. Yeah, might as well. And we don't need to sell the other one.
Oh, none of it's junk. Trust me. Not bad.
That's a pretty cool staff for like a beginner. It has physical damage on there, not percent, but got a little.
Deal.
More energy shield.
Watch yourself.
See, that's the problem. Like when I find items like that, it's like, well, do you use them? Do you roll them? Do you keep them? It's like, well, you shouldn't roll them probably, because you don't know that you're gonna get guaranteed res, resistances, and other stuff. So it's like, I don't know. I feel like you want to hang on to them and just be careful. Otherwise, it might cause problems. You level up a little bit. We're getting a little bit more damage. Slowly. Spark's only at like 100. I feel like that's a really low right now. I feel like it could be better. I guess I could go up the skill tree. That's gonna be a while. Go up this way. Or I could learn like energy shield. Well, that'd take a while to go back down. I could go this way, this way. Max energy shield and max mana. I feel like that would make sense. So like go this way, here, here. Maybe do either of these. Maybe energy shield would make more sense instead of going for damage again. Make me less squishy. Yeah, not being able to trade makes a lot of difference. The game's definitely slower. But you can see the positives behind it in some ways. It just makes it feel better. Because you're slowly earning your gear. You're not like blowing through everything very easily. You're not buying the best item, the best staff, the best weapon. Especially in campaign. I feel like if you buy everything in campaign to beat the like campaign mode, I think you're kind of messing up. I think you should just play through with what you find, and then that teaches you a little bit more about the game mechanics. Like what to dodge, what not to dodge, what to fight, what not to fight. You know, how to fight. And I think it teaches you more if you do it that way.
I cannot control this much flame. This village is beyond saving.
But, I don't know. I think a lot of players probably don't learn the basic mechanics and they just play the game a little. And then they try to like use the auction house, well, the trading site. There is no auction house. Ooh, I forgot about the pigs that blow up. I need to watch out for those. Those can probably kill me. I'm a little nervous about it because it's like they just come running at you. And we gotta fight the, I think there's a boss in here, actually. Oh no, it's just, maybe not. I thought there was. You gotta go turn the tools in. We did level up too, so we could check the vendor one more time. Which is a pretty big deal. Maybe I'll get lucky. I got your bench, buddy.
Take your fancy.
Hook me up. Evasion rating. Max mana rarity. Fire res. I need cold res. That's a lot of max life, though. That's kind of good. I don't have the dexterity for it. Lightning, fire. More fire. Ugh. Where's all the cold res, dude? Like, that one's good because the energy shield's high. Plus the max life is high, but there's no resistances. So it's like I get in these situations where it's like, okay, that one is almost better than what I currently have, but it doesn't have anything else that boosts up, like, making it worthwhile. Like, yeah, that life roll is huge. But there's no energy shield. Then there's, like, other stuff on there that's not quite as good either. So it's like, what do I do there?
Yes? Please, take your time.
Fire spells, lightning. That's no good.
Be careful.
No dice. No dice. We're in trouble. Oh. I don't think 20 cold res is going to be enough. Let alone my current damage is not even close. Ooh, that was... I rolled into it. I'm gonna have to get some lucky drops or just keep farming until I get lucky. I can always kill this executioner. He's a little dangerous though, because if he hits you with one of his big attacks, you're pretty much toast. I don't know if I'm strong enough to fight the executioner yet. Maybe. I think I can dodge most of the attacks, which would technically mean I could kill him, but it's a bit of a gamble. Because if you don't dodge it and he hits you, you're in trouble. So the other option is to farm this area until I hit like level 15, 16. But I could also farm Freya Thorn too. I need to go over that way as well. And Frey Thorn or whatever it's called. Ah, shit, yeah, here's the boss. I just want to see if I deal damage.
Face your judgment.
That's crazy.
Death wench.
The Marrakech do
I
not
do damage.
nor do they forget.
Guillotine.
How about no? Yeah, I forgot about that shit. Ooh.
Guillotine. Get down here. Your time is up.
Oh, fuck. That almost killed me.
Die, scum!
Guillotine. Drops.
There we go. That was a little closer than I wanted.
It is a shame.
Sheesh. A lot closer than I wanted with that one hit, dude. I was like, ah, like I was like, hopefully I can heal, because that shit was doing some numbers. I thought it was gonna actually kill me, but my energy shield was just enough to survive. Whew. Yeah, it's not great when you lose like 3/4 of your health in one hit, and you're just like, that was close. It's kind of sketchy. Like, I'm not used to it where it matters. Like, normally if you get hit and you die, you're like, oh, it's not a big deal. Now it's like you get hit and you're like, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, like I'm gonna lose my character. And you kind of have like that panic moment. See, I'm level 14. I feel like this area is gonna be a little too high level. I could probably kill things here, but I'm just gonna have to take it really slow. But we'll test it out maybe with a small mob, see if I can fight something easy, and then we can always farm the Executioner for a bit. I mean, the only issue there is he can one-hit me, like, potentially. That's a concern. The only thing, though, is he's slow, so he's not too crazy difficult. It's just when he spawns in all the minions, you can kind of get overwhelmed by them and you get blocked, and then you can't get out the way. That's what I see being a problem. This Gargoyle Demon's kind of a problem. It's the shield. If you get close to him, you can kill him. I'm trying to think like what the riskiest bosses in the game are to fight. I think the one in Act 2, that like the beginning of Act 2, that one's kind of sketchy. It's just because the power curve there is a lot higher than you expect. So you go in there and you're like, oh, I can fight him. I just killed the giant wolf thing. And then you have to fight this other giant wolf, and it's like twice as strong. And it's like, whoa, like where did that come from? So that's always crazy. The other one, the mines, when you have to fight the lady that like is a like uses like the flamethrower, she can kill you in one hit with her like little sword spike thing, whatever she has. She charges it and then just smacks you and you explode. That can kill you instantly. And I'm trying to think too, like Act 2, Act 3, the gorilla used to be really bad. He was just so fast, and he'd just swing that fucking pillar at you. This game reminds you of Diablo? Yeah, exactly. It's meant to. Like, it was really, really inspired by Diablo, so they built Path of Exile to be similar, but a little different. But graphics-wise, view-wise, it looks very similar. I think the graphics on this are better. Like, I think they're sharper and they have more detail. Diablo graphics are a little bit more cartoonish. Does it make a difference? Maybe. I think it does. But I think it's really more about like the loot and the gameplay. I mean, the mechanics, the boss fight mechanics too. This one has a little bit more interactive mechanics. Kind of some Dark Soul vibes with like movement and like having to run and get out of the way. That's a pretty big one. I'm gonna level up here in a second. We already checked the vendor when I hit level 14, so once I hit level 15, there we go. We need to go back and check the vendor again. I'm really just hoping for like a plus like 2 to 3 all skills for the source. That'd be nice. I mean, if I can get a staff with it, that'd be okay. But then you have to replace your offhand, and you have to hope that like the staff is better than just the offhand. That's kind of a touchy one. Level 5 spark. I'll take it.
There is an enter.
Let's take a look.
I've collected these over time.
Lightning damage, spell damage. What do we got? Increase maximum mana regen. 44 spell. Cast speed. Nothing. A whole lot of nothing.
Be careful.
That is unfortunate.
You've feeling lucky? Sure, I'll take it off your hands.
More energy shield. The question is, when do I ditch my current robe for one that has more energy shield and less resistances? Like, I want to keep that one because it has cold res. So it's like, cool, you get like 10 extra energy shield, but you don't have any cold res. So it's kind of like shit. Like, I don't know. Then you have something like this. Where you get 20 energy shield, but you sacrifice like 30 life. And it's like, oh, I mean, the life's good, but you don't need the energy shield there.
Yes, none of it's feel well, hero.
I could always socket that and put iron runes in there, but I only have one. But it's like, I don't really want to waste it.
How is the clear? What would you like?
Lightning res. I need one with cold res. It's a lot of energy shield, but no movement speed. But I guess you could technically use it. It would make you stronger. But it's like, is it better to have that than no movement speed? Or is it better just to have all the other stuff? It's like, I don't know. That's a lot of energy shield. problem. Is what that is. We can go that way for elemental damage, or we can go back this way for energy shield. I think like doing this, this, and this would make sense for energy shield instead of going up the other way for damage. I might be wrong, but I feel like I'd rather have the energy shield because I have to gain like 9 levels to get my damage to be higher. Where if I do the energy shield thing, I'll have more survivability, and then over time I can get more damage later. Or I could just respec it into damage. Because otherwise I'm just gaining mana. Damn, they do a lot of damage there. Oh, that's why. It took out my other wand. Wonder how long I've been using that. I'd be like, oops. Not great. It's okay though. We'll make it work. Get a skill gem out of that. No, I do not want to take a screenshot, but thank you very much. Trying to think what I want to learn. Acceleration just makes it to where it like speeds up like how fast the sparks travel, as far as I know. So they fill more of the screen. They might go further too, but I'm not entirely sure. I'd have to read through it again. Get rid of the gargoyle. Ooh, that hurt. Another ruby charm? Eh. Doesn't hurt anything. Alright, where is... it's probably back over that way. I probably walked past it. It's probably back up there. It's either there or here. No other way around it, I guess.
You will burn.
What you doing? Alright, one sec, I'll be right back. I gave her a treat, but she ate it all. Rip. Ripperonis. Rip, 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 rip. Okay, so we have made it to the ramparts. I'm gonna go back that way and get into the actual castle. It should be over here. A little ways. Or it's up the hill from here. I don't remember. Damn, there goes all my energy shield in one shot. That's crazy. I'm gonna need y'all to chill out. Ooh. Alright, found it. My problem is it's probably gonna be like level 16 in here. Well, maybe not. Maybe level 15, 16. I don't think it jumps up to anything higher than 16. Yeah, level 15. The only problem in here is Iron Knights are sometimes really annoying. They like spam spears at you and then the blood on the ground can get you. That can be a bit of a hassle. Oh, I do have to fight the other boss in here too. They got like the flamethrower sword thing. I wonder how I'm gonna handle that. I guess dodging is how I'm gonna do that. He's kind of quick though. I guess I could just farm this area for a while. Try to get another level, which I'll get here in a minute. I'll probably get 2 levels out of this. And then I would need to get maybe some slightly better items if I'm lucky. I'm really gonna need life, energy shield, and cold res. I technically have like close to 50. But at the moment, I guess I could buy like rings. I could gamble rings until I get cold res rings. Like if I got like a sapphire ring with like plus 20 or something, that'd be really good. And if I did that twice and maybe it had mana. Yeah, good girl. Good, good job. Good girl. She's just hanging out. I don't like her sitting underneath my feet because I feel like she's gonna chew on the carpet or something, which she's done in the past. She doesn't really do it anymore, but she sometimes just smells the carpet and like licks the carpet. So I think it's like she like smells crumbs or something that was in there from, you know, lunch, for example. And she's like, I'm a chew all that. It's like, please don't, you know, kind of thing. I just realized how, oh no, oh no. That was close, dude. I did not expect that damage output from anything. That shit hurt really bad. I need to go back to the other area and level up, but if I stay here and just carefully level, I should be okay. I just need to not get caught like that again, because that was sketchy. It must have been like an iron guard or something. I don't know, I didn't see it, but it just hit me so fast. I need to go get her nails trimmed, dude. Getting big old bear claws. I think about it. I haven't really seen. This is where the other boss is. I'm a little more nervous about fighting this boss than I am other ones because he has like an attack where if he hits you, I mean, 1, he can burn you to death. 2, he can light you on fire, and then 3, he can smack you with his sword, and that shit'll kill you, like instant. I don't really like that.
Never had any luck. None of it's junk. Trust me.
Oh, rings are 3,000. Holy fuck.
Look, it's not bad.
Maybe gambling rings is not the move.
Remember us when you're famous, eh?
It is good, please. Take your time.
Cold spells, 1 to fire spells. I have not found a lightning one. Not one. 2 to all fire.
That one spoke to me as well.
I want that for when I fight the other thing because it'll give me fire res. And if I fight that other boss there, it should help. But I'm debating on how I want to do this. I don't think I'm strong enough to kill it. I think I am. But if I get hit, I'm in trouble. So I don't really like that. I'm thinking of either farming maybe this area just for gold to gamble, or maybe just farm it for items as well. See if I can find better gear. I also need to go to the Freya Thorn thing as well, which I should probably do. But then I gotta fight that really weird ritual boss. I don't know if I'm strong enough to kill him either. I think I could, it's just that he has 2 health bars, which makes it a lot more concerning.
Didn't break a sweat.
This is probably Freya. I wonder what the monster level is there. Probably like 10 or 12. Which isn't bad. Where's the boss at? That's a good question. I think I walked past it earlier. I think he's in the corner back down there. I still got to go do the ritual thing too. Is sometimes sketchy. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Alright, he's got to be back over that way, I think. Where else would he be?
Why, look. Wow. This is...
Alright, let's go get the bird. The big chicken. He's somewhere out here. Because there's the fighting den thing, so he's got to be over here. Yeah. Alright, let's go kill this dude. See if I get any lucky drops. I doubt it.
Get back here, creature. Enough of this.
That hurt. Yeah, a lot easier that time around. But the loot, though, non-existent.
Hey, take a punt. You know you want to.
Cold res on the boots.
Deal.
Man. It's so much gold. Like, for one ring. Like, that's crazy. Like, it's actually insane. I'm trying to think, like, if there's anything I can do.
I've collected these over time.
Ah, it's cold spells. I've already looked at these.
Be careful.
I can go to Freya Thorn and see what I can do there. I think I could probably beat that boss. I'm just gonna have to be very careful on the wave and dodge everything. Which is a little harder to do in a small area. But it's possible. We can do it. I didn't think about it. We'll need lesser skill gems at some point. Those are going to be harder to find. And they do drop, but I wonder how frequently they drop. Play Warzone? How about you go watch somebody who's playing Warzone? I always thought rare items were hard to find in campaign, but after a while they just drop like consistently, but they're not like really that great. They're kind of like meh. You get a few of them every now and then that are like, oh nice, but just so they're kind of infrequent. Let's try it. Let's see. Oh fuck, dude. I don't like doing the... Oh, an iron rune.
I can't, please.
That's a pretty good bow.
Feeling lucky. Not sure what I'm going to do with it. But cheers. Sure, I'll take it off your hands. Go make a legend or two.
I'm gonna need to level up again. It's the only real way I'm gonna make progress here, and then I need to find some extra damage. Yeah, just put the ritual altar in like the sketchiest spot. It's like in the weirdest, like shittiest location of all time. Yeah, I don't like that at all. The problem is once I kill the ritual, I have to go through this ritual and then the boss spawns in and then I have to fight the boss and I kill him once and then he comes back and I have to kill him again with a full health bar. So you have to go through like 3 waves in order to kill him. And it's kind of unexpected, but yeah, that first wave of minions isn't really like the end of the world. But it's like, man, if you aren't strong enough to kill them quickly and effectively, you might not have mana and you might not have health to fight the boss. Then you gotta fight the boss twice. So it's really common that you burn through your health or your mana for the first fight, and then you can't fight him again. What's up, Leland? How you doing, man? It's Monday. Oh boy. Oh, that hurt. That hurt. I don't like being cornered there. Now we can test our damage against this guy, and I'll probably back out to the checkpoint, but we could test it. Are the bots gone? Today it looks like it. I don't know what happened yesterday. That shit was crazy. Because I feel like they weren't real people. Like, they were just like people like spamming weird shit. Like, they were pretty obviously bots. Is a problem. There's so many of them too on that first wave. I'm waiting for my energy shield to recharge, and then I'll kill that one, and then I'll fight the boss when he spawns in and see how I do. Fuck. Oh, I forgot he grabs you too. Oh yeah, it's that attack. I forgot what it does. Then I can't hurt him for a bit. Now I can. But his health bar will go back up, I think. Or does he not? Yeah, he heals. Yeah. Oh fuck, he caught me. Ooh, that did a lot of damage. Shit. Oh, can I dodge that? No, I guess I can't. I got him stunned though. I should be able to kill him. Yeah, I get the skull thing, but I forgot what it does. Oh, it gives me spirit. That's right. That's how that works. Ah. I wonder if you do mana remnants first. Because normally what you would do, I mean, you could do Grim Feast, but there's really no point, right? Well, maybe. Maybe there is a point. I don't know. Movement speed, mana, no energy shield. Oh, it has more energy shield technically. No life. Same mana, no resistances. That's tough. Yeah, yesterday was odd because it was like some of the bots were real people, but then like it's like, are they really bots or are they real people? It's like, ah, they're bots. But the others, yeah, that was questionable. It's like you'd just be playing a game, then it would be like a random like political bot, and it'd just start talking about Trump. And it's like, wait, what? Like why? Like, I don't know. And then it would also just be like random shit, like, hey Steve, like how you doing? And it's like, what? Who the fuck? Which made no sense. I kind of want to, I don't know. Maybe. Let's try it. What's the worst that'll happen? I waste it and it just doesn't help. Now I gotta go fight the wolf thing. Not the wolf, but like the, that other boss. Oh, yeah. I don't like that one. I think I can beat it, but it just still sketches me out because he has some pretty powerful attacks. I wonder how much energy. Oh, I guess it would double my energy shield, right? Instead of having 120, I'd have basically like 220. Oh, 240. I mean, that could help a little. Not a lot, but it could. You just lose your health so fast. I don't feel strong enough, I think, to beat the count. I think I can get close, but it's not gonna be easy. Let's put it that way. I just don't think my damage is high enough. Like, it'd be a very long, drawn-out fight. And I think my mana... I'm gonna run into issues with my mana. I think that's what's gonna happen there. almost level 17. Ah, shit. That's actually a bad idea. That's actually a really bad idea. It's always the extra damage from like the guys in the back just lob shit at you. See, it just chunks you. Probably up there or down here. I don't know, this guy with the fire is kind of a problem, but I did jack up my fire res with the ring a little, so we'll see if that helps. I don't know, maybe. Maybe it'll make a difference. I mean, if he hits me, I'm in trouble. Because he might just one-shot my ass.
He's under there.
There he is.
I just want to see if I deal damage, and then I'm going to try to get out of the way. And then if I can kill him, I can kill him. If I can't, I'm going to back out and start over. But it's sketchy either way.
First ones, hear our laments. Sanity recedes ever first ones.
What
Hear
foul
our
energy
laments.
gives life to you?
Sanity recedes ever further into the dark. Shadows hover above us. In the corner
Yeah, that attack right there.
and waiting.
But he also does this thing. I think I can dodge it if I roll.
Unsettles our minds. It sits poised to strike. Nowhere is safe.
Yeah, I don't have any heals there. Oh, I forgot about that. Fuck.
First ones, hear our laments. Sanity recedes ever further into the dark. Shadows hover above us, in the corners, watching and waiting. What sickness has come among us that so unsettles our minds? It sits poised to strike.
There we go.
Where is safe?
I think I get fire res for that or something. Or no, I get life. That's right. I guess the question is, do you stack like max life or do you stack energy shield and max life? I guess you just have to pick one or the other. If you can't do energy shield, I guess you just stack max life, right? Because the more life you have, the more likely they'll survive. You don't need the energy shield. Like, yeah, it'd be nice to have it, but I guess at the end of the day, you just want as much life as possible. And then if you can get energy shield on top, you do the energy shield thing. That would make sense to me. Because energy shield and life are essentially the same.
Not my expertise.
At least that's the way I would see that.
Desert fire.
Yeah, judging how the fight with the minion upstairs went, I'm definitely not strong enough for this guy. I think if I could dodge everything, yeah, I could probably kill him. But it would take me like 10 minutes to fight him and dodge everything if it goes well, which usually it does, but there's moments that you'll make mistakes, and if you make too many mistakes, you have to back out the fight. He also has 2 phases, which makes it a little bit more challenging.
Die forgotten.
Like, it's not the end of the world, but if he kills me, it's GG. And he has a couple moves that can really kill you. Like, his main ones at the beginning aren't, like, a big deal. When he spawns in, like, the lightning that, like, strikes downward and freezes you, That could be a problem. The bigger problem is that when he does the blood one at the end, like once you get him down to like 25% left, that's the concerning one.
Time is nigh. Our triumph is at hand.
Because when he spawns that in, it just is faster and it deals more damage. And if you don't dodge it, it can instantly kill you. Yeah, and it just takes like one hit, which is concerning. I just want to level here and then go check the shop again and see what my options are. There we go. I could get energy shield as a bonus here. Not a lot, but a little. So I'll have 155 total, and then with Grim Feast I could probably get like 300 if I actually filled it up without like losing it before the fight. But as soon as you touch the blood, you start losing it. So you have to be somewhat careful. There's a staff. And it's got plus skills on it. One could dream, right? I kind of just want to see if I deal damage to him and then back out.
Yes, more. Don't stop.
But I don't think I'm going to deal close to anything what I need. Like, it's going to be really bad.
How can I?
Hello, feeling lucky? Not sure what I'm gonna do with it, but cheers.
Hmm. Let's see what she has for wands.
It is good to I've collected these over time.
Fire spells.
What do you think?
That's what I already have. I don't need fire. I need lightning. She's gonna let me down again. It's all fire. That is rough.
Haunt us both.
How's the anything take your fancy?
Max life on boots. No movement speed. Ugh. Fire res. I need cold res. Ugh. There's cold res, but not on something I can use. It's a chunk of energy shield.
That's a good one.
Fire res, intel dex, maximum life. That's kind of cool. Gives me like 2 energy shield, which is not ideal. I need to roll it a little bit. Ah, the intel, nice. That gave me mana.
Till next time.
Yes. Take a punt.
Mm.
How you want to.
Ah, it's fire res. Fuck. Lightning res. Physical damage. Mana.
Later.
That's a lot of gold that I just spent there. I was hoping to find one with cold res on it. I guess I could roll that one a little. It gave me accuracy. Fuck. I was hoping for like something to like lightning damage, you know. Mana regen. Mana regen's good, but that's max life and max mana. These are all good though. It's just questionable on what I need to do now. I could farm the manor. I could farm the executioner. I don't know. I don't know who drops the best loot. I mean, the executioner would drop better loot because he's a higher level potentially. But there's a risk that he kills me. It's not a high risk, but if he hits me once in the wrong way, I think it's like it could be an instant death. I think I'm a little bit stronger than that, but you never know. But the idea would be you'd farm gold, and you keep rolling for like a ring, or you try to roll for a staff that does plus skills, or a wand. I think you'd really go for a wand. At least I would. I think the wand would help. The ring would be like ideal for, as long as I could get like plus 30 cold res or something on there. That would be perfect. That would really, really, really help with the fight. Because then he would do 30% less damage. That's kind of how resistances work. If you have like 30 cold res, it does 30% less. And it's like, well, that's not a lot. It's like, no, that's a gigantic number. Especially early, like when he can just almost one-hit your ass. It also, I think, slows down his ability to freeze you, which if I get frozen, it's not entirely a death sentence, but it depends on the timing. But it's close. Yeah, 300 energy shield, 400 health, it's about 600 total. One playthrough I had the ghost wrap, like the ghost armor. And when I was fighting him, I had like 1,000 plus energy shield, and I could just stand there and it didn't matter. He couldn't kill me. It was crazy. I was like, that's a really strong item to have right away. And it's like, yeah. That's crazy strong to have right away. But finding one at a low level is really rare. I've found one before, and that's the one I used. That was on a normal account. And I think I was like level 10 or something. And I was like, oh, that's cool. But yeah, finding one that has a low level requirement is pretty rare. So you never know. I've seen other people that have it and they find them from time to time, but you gotta be pretty lucky to find that one piece of armor, that one unique item that's really, really helpful for your character, your build. I wonder if you could get it from the vendor if you gambled armor. I think you could, because it is technically a unique. And if you gambled enough, it's kind of like the Widow Hail bow. You can gamble the Widow Hail, and I've seen a couple people do that. So they'll go through the campaign and they'll have a 250% damage bow for quiver, which is really powerful for the campaign. But once you get into maps, it becomes a little different. The other option I have here is leveling up to like level 20 and then go in and fight him at level 20. It'd be a lot stronger than necessary, but he could still kill me. Because it really comes down to how much damage you do. If you just don't do enough damage, you could be in trouble. What's up, Michael? How you been, man? You guys ready for the Super Bowl weekend? That one's gonna be that's gonna be interesting. I don't know, I have a bad feeling for the Chiefs, but I'd love to see him win. My dad's been a big Chiefs fan for I don't know, his whole life. And the Chiefs were always garbage. I'm gonna say garbage, but they were good for a time. They just never won the playoffs. They'd always go like 8-2, you know, or 13 and something, and they make the playoffs. They get to the playoffs, and it's like, sweet, first playoffs game of the season, and they just get knocked the fuck out every time. Or they just have a really bad season, and it's like they go 3-10 or something. And then they picked up Mahomes, and ever since then they've just been winning. So it's pretty cool to see him enjoy watching the game and just have a team that is consistent and that does well. I mean, he's been a fan forever, so it's always cool. But the Super Bowl, a three-peat, would be historical, to say the least. If anyone wants to buy Super Bowl tickets, let me know. You know, you can send my dad. I'm sure they're only like, actually, I can't imagine what they cost right now. I bet they're like close to $5,000 each. I don't know about bad tickets. Ooh, a sapphire ring. That's what I need. That's the cold res ring. 3 to 7 cold damage, mana per kill. Oh, it's only 20. Yeah, I bet they're like 5K each. And I was like, that's probably for the cheap ones. But I was like, I bet they're more. 10K a piece. That's fucking insanity. I saw not Kelce's girlfriend, but his brother, Jason. I saw a clip. I think it was on Twitter or Instagram when I was scrolling, and they have like 3 kids. And one of their daughters is like 5 years old, or maybe younger than that, like maybe like 4 or 5 years old. I think she's probably like 4. And the mom was like, we have to pay like $6,000 or $4,000 for a ticket to take a toddler or something. And is like, and Jason or something was like, you want to go to the Super Bowl or not? Like, we got to decide. Like, you know, talking to the kid. And the kid's like pushing a stroller with like a doll or some shit. And I was like, you got to pay $4,000 for a baby? Like, what? Like, really? Like, just let the kid in for free. Like, the fuck? Like that's just crazy. Now, obviously, they're multimillionaires. They can afford it. It's not a big deal. But I feel like she probably had an upbringing where maybe she wasn't wealthy. So she's still like, yeah, $4,000's fucking insane just to take a child to a game who probably isn't going to remember that shit. Like let alone care. So it just makes me laugh. But I was like, damn, that's crazy. For a kid, it's like $4,000. So I was like, yeah, maybe for an adult, if you get like nosebleed section, you know, maybe you'll get like, you know, a little bit of money there, but where's my damage? I thought last time I fought him, I did more damage. I gotta dodge that. I completely forgot. I forgot this is hardcore. There's my damage. No, don't get down here. Leave me alone. Stay away. Stranger danger. Like, in this case, the Executioner is stranger danger. That shit fucking hurts. He has, like, 2 moves that can almost one-shot you. Like, he slams the ground with the axe, and it, like, ripples. That can really hurt you. The other attack is the guillotine one, where he launches it from the sky. And if that hits you, you're having a bad time. But yeah, $4,000, dude. I don't know. I saw one thing in, I think it was like the New York subreddit. And it was like the Joker one. It's like, and I'm tired of telling people, you know, I'm mad about it. It's like the Joker meme. And it was something like, I hope the Chiefs win. And I'm tired of feeling bad about it. That's like, damn. Like, fuck the Eagles. I was like, geez, like, that's a little aggressive, but all right. So we'll see what happens. I have no idea. I'm sure it'll be a very close game or just an interesting game to begin with. I think it'll come down to a few things. Obviously, whoever scores the most points. Clearly. But I think if any team makes mistakes, like any type of fumbles, turnovers, and the other team scores because of that, that game's going to be over very quickly if that happens. If they don't make mistakes and it's not like a blowout for either team, it's going to be a very close one. Fire spells. I don't need fire spells. What I need is lightning spells. That sucks. I wonder if I could, well, I could use a crossbow. Like projectile spells would upgrade my, it would upgrade my, what would you call it? My ability to have, it'd upgrade my spark spell. That's what it would do. So I should have 40 cold res, which is pretty good. All things considered. If I could find another ring, though, and get that to like 75, that'd be crazy. I just can't believe it rolled 20. Like, that's such a buzzkill. Ugh. 20? Could have rolled 25. The game's like, man, just be lucky you got 20. Like, I know, but still, like, come on. I gambled all my money away trying to get a sapphire ring. It's like, best we can do is drop you one in game. I was like, all right. But with the lowest roll possible, which is salty. Yeah, I don't know. I think Chiefs winning 3 would be crazy. I'm sure the NFL subreddit will be very upset, which I kind of want it to happen just because it'd be funny. But the one thing that I think that stresses me out about the Chiefs gameplay is they usually tend to show up for like the first quarter, like the first and second quarter. And then I'm gonna contradict myself here, but they usually like put a couple points on the board and then they like take a nap. They're like, all right, cool, we're up by 2 touchdowns, sweet. Let's let them catch up and then we'll beat them in the second half. Like, like instead of continuously putting points on the board, they get that shit to be like a 1-point possession all the time. And then it's like, oh, it's halftime? Fourth quarter? 2.5 minutes left? All right, now let's play football. And then they like score, like consistently. It's like, why didn't you guys do that for like the second, third, and fourth quarter? Why'd you guys only do that in the fourth quarter? Like, what happened? And they do that all the time. And it gives me anxiety. Stresses me out. I mean, they beat the Bills by a field goal. Like, that's crazy. That's happened before, but it's still like, damn, like, you guys let it get that close? That was a little too close for comfort. They almost kind of fucked up, too, because with the time limit, they almost gave the ball back to the Bills. I guess they technically did, because they had that missed pass where it was almost caught. And it was like kind of almost intercepted, but it was like the Bills player could have caught it and that would have extended the first down. Then it went back to the Chiefs. And if that would have happened, wouldn't have happened and they caught it, oh man, that could have been a problem. Then we would have had like a tie. But once they gave the ball back there, it's like, all right, cool. Chiefs are just going to kneel it. And that's over. Like, we knew that. But like before that, it's like, damn, like you guys cutting it close. Every time. Every time. But hey, I don't have to play in the Super Bowl. I just gotta watch it, you know? I'm also not really that big of a sports fan. I just kind of enjoy it. Mostly because my dad enjoys watching, so it's like, you know, it's nice to see him happy or excited by it. I'm usually not like super competitive when it comes to like football sports because I've never been like big into it. Also like fandoms. Like I've never had like crazy loyal fandoms. Like I don't know, I've just never understood that. I think I'm just kind of weird. Maybe. Like I've always looked at like entertainment. Like yeah, it's a great team. They're awesome. They're athletic. They kick ass. Like all sports teams, I can respect it. They work hard. But it's like people in the stands that are like, I'll fist fight you because my team's better. It's like, what do you mean your team? Like it's just a team that you like. Like what? Like that level of fandom is yeah, just that's unhealthy. That's crazy unhealthy. So I can't really get behind that one. But, you know, watching the game, having a good time, drinking a little bit, sure, yeah. I mean, do whatever you want. Just stop getting in fistfights because your team won. Like, it's crazy. But what do I know? I just play video games. I used to do sports in middle school, high school, grade school. I did like basketball, t-ball, baseball, soccer. Soccer was a big one for a while growing up. Then we did basketball for a bit. I wasn't really super thrilled about basketball. I did football in middle school. And then I like rolled my ankle. Like I sprained my ankle and I was like, no, I'm fucking done. That was bad. But I also had like a history of ankle issues. Because when I was a kid, I sprang my ankle and I like tore a tendon or something. I can't quite remember, but I remember one of my doctors was like, yeah, your tendon's like fucked. And I was like, what? I was like, yeah. And I think it was when I like rolled it and I never got it looked at. And I'm pretty sure it like ripped or tore. So when I was younger, I always had like issues where I'd sprain my ankle a lot. That was a fun time. But yeah, I did football in middle school, baseball, soccer. I grew up with everything, really. The only one I didn't do was tennis. My brother did tennis. We kind of played a bit of everything. And then I got into like martial arts stuff, which was kind of fun. But I'm going to be honest, dude. The martial arts studio place that I went to, I used to respect the teachers, the instructors a lot. But then I just found out they were shitty people. Like over time, I was like, damn, you guys are just really not good people. Like, like horrendously bad people. I went to Worlds, like a competition for martial arts, and I competed, and my teacher missed my competition. Like, I don't mean like she didn't attend it. She got the day wrong, so I couldn't compete. And I was just like, well, that's kind of dumb. I traveled and paid all this money to go, and then I can't compete? And it's like, yeah. So we found a solution. They put me in the class with the adults, which is what I did anyway. I like sparred college students. And then the only downside at Worlds, they're like, well, we can't let you spar the adults. And I'm like, they're not much bigger than me. Like, the fuck? Like, yeah, I'm short, but like, I fight people that are like 6'2" all the time. You know, like I spar them all the time, like back at home. They're like, yeah, but safety. I'm like, dude, what do you think the helmet and the pads and the chest protector are for? Like, that's when they forced you to use like the chest protector. Shit was ridiculous. I get it. You know, you don't want to kick someone in the chest and break a rib, but still. They're like, no, we can't do it. So I competed for weapons and forms. And then my teacher got mad at me. Like, I was standing in line to like visit the Grand Master or something. And some teacher who was like a 5th degree black belt or some crazy number, she started chatting with me. She's like, oh yeah, is this your first competition? I was like, yeah, you know, I came here, I missed it. I didn't place like for a trophy or something. They ran out of trophies. Like, I got weapons. I won in weapons, I think is what it was. And she said like, oh, you don't have a trophy with you? And I was like, oh no, they're out. And she's like, oh no, I'll get you one. And I was like, what? Like, I didn't even ask. And she's like, oh no, I'll get you one. And then she went back there and grabbed me one. And I was like, what? Like, how the fuck did she pull that off? And then my teacher got mad about it. Like, you're embarrassing. And I was like, why? Like why am I embarrassing? She's like, I don't need a trophy to be happy. And I was like, I never said anything. Like, and I could tell like the teacher that helped me was just like, what? Like, what? Like I did a good thing here. I helped this kid out. You know, I was young. I was probably like 13, 14. And she's like, no, I just helped him out because I could, and you know, made his day. And my teacher like threw that shit in her face. She was pissed, and she thought it was embarrassing or something. I was like, how the fuck? Like,
Not bad.
yeah, that was my experience with the taekwondo, like little stuff. And I was like, nope, we're not doing that shit.
Later.
Nope, no, thank you. But yeah, I got home and my mom heard about it, and she was absolutely pissed off, as she should be. Like, they were responsible for me. They missed my competition, and they got mad at me and like bullied me because like, oh, you made this other teacher get you a trophy. It's like, I never made her do it. I was just standing in line, and she saw that, she heard that I won because she asked like, oh, how'd you do in your competition? It's like, oh, I got like second place or something for weapons, and I missed the event. So, but you know, it's cool that I still got to compete. And she's like, oh no, I'll get you a trophy. And I was like, what? I didn't even fucking ask. And then my teacher, what did she say? She's like, oh, I don't need a trophy. I got a trophy right here. And it was like a poster she bought or something. She was mad. I was like, bro, like I'm like a 13-year-old kid. Like, the fuck are you on? There you go. Go lay down. Lay down. Place. She's looking at me like, you got snacks? Lay down. Good. But yeah, that shit blew my mind. They also always had money issues too. Now I'm gonna talk some shit, but like they used to work with like the college that we were there, so they'd have like a college class because it would be like a PE credit. If you did like martial arts stuff in college, so she'd always work with them. But she was never able to like have her own like studio space. She did for a while, but then she couldn't pay rent on it. And yeah, it was just a fucking disaster. One thing after another after another. And I was just like, I wonder. So it was just mismanaged. But yeah, definitely made me realize like you guys are just like shitty. Like, like the money thing and struggling, I'm not talking shit on them for that. But it was just how they handled situations was just insane. I was like, that's normal? Like, yikes. So I didn't go back. I didn't go back for a long time. I think the only time I went back for like the PE credit because they were still doing it when I was in college, and that was it. But yeah, that was a whole fucking disaster of a show, especially growing up. Basketball, other sports were a lot better. You know, like they're actually funded by the schools and whatever agency or whatever you go through. Sometimes the city, I guess, can also fund them, like the programs or youth programs. That was way better and more consistent, less bullshit. People actually cared, like even volunteer teachers, people that were there for wanting to be there, spending their time there to like actually put on the programs. That felt a lot better. Another skill gem, huh? Yeah, let's get that firewall up there. 50, level 7. That's not bad. I guess you could use conduction with Spark, but I don't think you need to. I need to find like an actual build to do this. I'm doing okay, but there's probably a better build for campaign. I'll have to go find it. I think I'm technically building the wrong one, but it's still working. It's fine. Just a little bit slower. Because your campaign builds versus your mapping builds are completely different.
He's under there.
There he is. Just a man. Nothing more.
I don't know. He's kind of a big deal, actually, lady. I don't know if you know this, but he's kind of a big deal. was gonna say I might kill this guy again, or he's gonna kill me.
First ones.
Not sure.
First ones. Hear our laments. Sanity recedes ever further into the dark. Shadows hover above us, in the corners, watching and waiting. What sickness has come among us that so unsettles our minds?
Oh, I forgot that hits me if I still stand behind it.
Nowhere is safe.
That's usually the one you have to worry about when he charges it up. I got some boots. Hey, evasion rating, that's good. Not for me, but you know. Armor, strength, rarity, cold res. Cold res would be cool to have on that. Kind of a bummer on the boots though. I was hoping they'd roll for like a sorcerer or something, but I can either sell them or, well, one thing I could do.
Hey,
I could break them down, but I want more gold so I can gamble. And then I can also just buy what the vendor has when she sells it. Huh. I could also do a leveling build for a spark too. And he's doing his build way different than mine. It's not that different. I don't want to do that build. That one, that's more like a cheese build. I need to level up though. If we go through like level 2, 3, I might level when I'm down there. I just know this guy's gonna hit me for a shitload of damage. I'm a little concerned about that. I don't know if I'll survive it. Oh fuck, dude, that was close. I almost died right there. I don't even know how. I think it was the spikes. I was not paying attention to what I was doing. Whew. We don't talk about that. That didn't happen. Just a little distracted, nothing crazy. I was like, why can't I cast my firewall? And I was pressing the wrong button. And then I kept like pressing Q instead of firewall. And then I stood still a little too long and it got absolutely destroyed by that like iron leg guy tossing spears at me. That was really fucking close. Like like really not good is what that was. I'm surprised how much damage that shit did though. It's like, oh, it's not that much, and then it's like tink, 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 like really, really fast, and it just dips like so fast. And you can see it like hit my energy shield there, and it's just like chunk, chunk, chunk. But it wasn't like as nearly as bad as last time. I think because there were like 2 or 3 of them that hit me at the same time. That's probably why. Might research that a bit before I fight the boss. I think the only thing I want to try with the boss is see how much damage I do, and then I'm gonna like get the fuck on out of there. Because I don't think I'm gonna do a lot at all, and it'll give me an idea of how much I'm gonna have to fight him. So I'm either gonna have to get items with more life or more energy shield for sure. And then my cold res isn't really that bad. All things considered with the ring. So that helps. It's not like super high, but it's better. And then with this, I can swap the charm out. And the charm will help. I keep doing it. I'm a little overcautious, but I want to be strong enough to kill this boss. And I definitely want to be strong enough to kill the next section of bosses. That's usually the struggle. Is like once you kill this one, you got to go into Act 2, and there's 2 bosses that you basically immediately have to fight. Once you kill this guy to get into Act 2, you get out and you have to go fight the wolf, the other dog, in Act 2 right at the start. And that guy, in my opinion, is stronger than the Count. Like, his moveset's different, but his physical strength is crazy strong compared to the Count. Like, I feel like he just one-shots you faster. And they don't really give you a warning about it. Like, it's just like, oh, I can go fight him. You know, how hard? It can't be that hard. And he just shits on you. Like 2 hits your ass. You're just like, what? Like, where did that come from? So that becomes a problem. I just want to see if I deal damage to him and how much, because it'll give me an idea on like where I am strength-wise. If I'm not doing well enough, I'll know I need to back off and then go level again. I was hoping to level before I get in there. Usually like 2 levels per area is kind of where you want to be. Like if you're 2 levels above like the area level, like the monster level. So these guys are like level 15, I'm level 17. That's not bad. That's usually pretty good. It's kind of a nice buffer. Not crazy good, but it gives you enough that you can usually survive and you feel a little bit stronger. Like throwing spears at me. I don't like it. You know, I haven't found a legendary item yet, which is kind of funny. I don't expect to, but I just thought about it. Like, I haven't found a single one yet. When I first played through the campaign, I found one in normal. But I also killed everything multiple times, kind of like what I'm doing now. So maybe, you know, if I keep farming, I can get something decent.
I know what this is.
There's some gloves for my build that'd be really nice. There's some other things that'd be really good too. I just don't know if I would get them. The odds of me like dropping them are so low. I just want to see if I deal damage, and I'm probably gonna back out. Like I'll go to like checkpoint. The thing is, he like dive bombs you, and he fucking hurts. This camera angle is kind of wonky.
I think not, Mad Wolf.
I gotta dodge all that shit too, because that will kill me. Yeah, I don't like that. I'm doing damage though. My mana and health are good. That's not bad.
Yes, more. Don't stop.
I think I can kill him. I just want a little more damage. How am I gonna get it? That's gonna be the question. I wonder what happens if you go through here and you kill the witch a couple times. Like, can she drop you? Well, she can drop anything, right? Even though she's only like level 2. Like, couldn't she drop you like better gloves and better item? Like, I just feel like with the item level from her, it wouldn't matter because the monster level is so low. But all I really need is like a wand that does like +1, +2. And the question is, could she drop one? Because you could kill her like, I don't know, 30, 40 times. But if you do that, wouldn't it just be better to go farm any other area on the map? Or even just do the executioner farm? Like, that would make more sense. He's like level 13, and I feel like he would drop better gear. But this might be faster. The question is, what item level does it drop? Level 2, yeah. But you'd be surprised, some of my gear's really bad. like really bad. So if I could get like gold gloves, gold armor, gold whatever, yeah. On everything, that would be a huge improvement. Even if it was like level 2.
Who knows what prizes await? Sure, I'll take it off your hands.
I could also quality everything too as well. But I'm gonna level up soon, so I want to I also take these iron runes and I could stick those in the chest armor, and I have 40% more evasion and energy also, which would be kind of nice. I could regal these rings, or I could exalt the stuff. I don't want to do that with that one. I don't know what the best option would be. I could farm those areas too. There's more gold in there, technically. And then you technically kill the boss each time, so you might get loot out of it as well. And then there's chests, so you might get like a chest armor. Well, not a chest, but you might get like more gold items because you have the golden chests that spawn in here from time to time. So yeah, farming the crypt might not be a bad idea. See, like you have those, for example. The problem is like drop rates. You know, how often are you going to get something that's decent and that's an upgrade versus not being an upgrade? You know, how many times are you going to have to farm it before it's just worthless? You also get this gold area too from time to time. Sometimes there's like 2 or 3 gold chests in here. That can help. And no golds, but we did get a bone wand. Boned wand won't really help me. It's a necro thing, but sometimes they can actually give you spell damage and other stuff that could be beneficial. I just need a +1 to lightning, which I don't currently have. If I get like maybe like a +3 staff or something too, that could be helpful. Like that'd actually be really helpful. Yeah, I feel like farming this would make sense for gold. I don't know how much you would really get though.
I must travel light.
And if you sold all the items, maybe a decent amount. Plus, if you kill the boss each time, you get his loot. That's if he drops decent gear. That could be helpful. Oh, whetstone. That's the first one. Yeah, I feel like that's why people farm this, because there's chests everywhere. Which increases your loot. It's kind of like killing a boss almost, because you never know what it'll drop. The blue ones, not always the best, but I've seen really good items drop out of white ones even, so sometimes you get lucky, other times you don't. It never hurts to check. The only downside is it's just repetitive because you're doing the same thing slowly over and over and over. The other area I guess you could farm is like outside the entrance to the base. Like to the count, because the monster level is higher. And that wouldn't be a bad idea. Where's the boss room? Over here? How the fuck? Maybe this way? It's the only way I haven't gone. Is like there's no checkpoint anywhere.
You will have eternity to regret your intrusion here. These spirits are mine. My beloved meaningless life ends now.
Oh, he's already dead.
I must travel light.
My bad. It didn't really drop me anything. Maybe some money. I guess I could farm gold items and regal them, like to get regal orbs and then regal my equipment. And that could be a thing.
Hey. Yeah, sure. I'll take it off your hands.
Those I want to keep.
Why then?
Look at all my loot. I have like so few items, dude. It's so funny. Like, how does that happen? It's like, well, it's a slow start. A real slow start. Compared to farming on my other account, yeah, it's crazy different. Like, actually insane. No, I need to go back and grab that other crossbow. At least sell it. I was like, also, why did I go out here? I didn't need to do that. Oh well. Did we already kill this one, or is that the last one? Nah, yeah. We killed the other one. We'll just go back through here real quick and see if there's any differences. I doubt it. There's a staff. That could always be good. That's a fire staff, though, I'm pretty sure.
I'm carrying enough already.
I could scoot everything over, but yeah, we'll just do it this way.
Hello. Take a punt. You know you want. Not bad.
It's a lot of life on a boot. And projectile skills. Technically, you could throw that on your character,
Not bad. Like,
and it would give you plus lightning. I know that sounds crazy, but it would. Spark is classified as a projectile. So if you run +2, +3 projectile skills off like a crossbow, you'll have +3 spark. It's kind of funny. So early on, if you want to, you can just run like a +2 crossbow or bow, and it gives you plus spark skills. Now the only downside is you probably just want to find a staff instead, but sometimes you can't. So it's like, yeah, just run the 2 press, you know, bow for a bit, and then whatever. He's kind of strong. That's surprising. I'm telling you, my damage is just not where it needs to be right now. Part of it is because I lack like the skills to boost my skill damage up a lot. Like, I'm not gonna find a +2. I might find a +2 staff or +3 staff if I'm super lucky, but I'm not gonna find like a +2 wand, +2 offhand probably. So that's gonna be harder. I have a +1 amulet, technically, because it's projectile skills. I could regal that, actually, now that I think about it. Because I'm probably not going to replace that for a while. That's going to be a hard one to replace. Let's go kill his girlfriend. I wonder which one of these fights is technically harder. The witch, or it probably depends on your build, on all honesty.
Power of the Eternals, Maracat fiend. My love, I call to you.
I feel like he was harder.
Must travel light.
Found some gold items. Maybe I just need to be doing that.
Hey, take a punt. You know you want to.
Cold res. I need cold res.
Not bad. Not sure what I'm gonna do with it, but cheers. Later.
So I made like 2k gold plus, well, roughly. I started with 4,500. I still had a few leftover items that I sold. So I probably made, let's see here. Once I sell this, I'll know.
Yeah, sure. I'll take it off your hands.
So yeah, I probably made about 2,000 from doing that one run, which 2,000, it's a little crazy, but if you were to buy a wand, you know, it's 1,000 each. So you do 2 of those runs, you get a wand each time, 2 wands each time. That's not atrocious, but it's not great either. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm gonna go back this area because it's higher level, and I'll try to sneak out my level 18 here. I just feel really weak for being level 18. I think I'm strong enough to beat him. I think I'm just more worried about my health overall not being high enough to maintain. So I just want to be careful, because if I get killed, you know, I lose all the progress. Which is not a lot of progress, but it's, you know, it's a couple hours of work. So it's not great either. So I want to have my strength be a little bit higher, you know, just in case I take like a couple extra hits, you know, that can affect me. That way I survive those, might have put out more damage, you know, that type of thing. Could go the energy shield route. Because the other route, you go up here, you get to these nodes, and you do like elemental damage. There's also Oh, that's mana regen. I could do energy shield down here. Or I could go this way, 15%, and then 30% if I level again. Plus I gain intelligence, which is more mana. I don't think I really need that though. I mean, the energy shield could help, but I feel like I could get enough of it off items. I don't really need it on the skill tree just yet, but maybe I'm wrong. I'm stuck. I need to go check the vendor since I leveled. But I think that's the thing about hardcore, is you're like really eager to progress and you want to get further and further into this game. But I think a lot of players, when they make mistakes, is because they're playing hardcore and they're like, I gotta go, I gotta get higher up, I gotta get higher level. And they get impatient. And they want to do well, and then they force themselves into situations where they're underpowered or, you know, just not strong enough, and then they get killed. And then it resets your progress. So I think patience in this game, if you're playing hardcore, you really just need to be patient. Like, that's as simple as I can say it.
Take a punt. Not bad.
Don't really need physical damage rings.
Yes?
I need a plus, like, 2 wand for lightning. Fire spells. I'm surprised I found this early on. I should regal that, in all honesty.
Be careful.
Hello.
Max mana. Nice. You could exalt it too if you want to waste a little on it, but I don't know. Am I going to find a better one than that for a while? Yeah, cold res. Let's go. That's sick. Actually, that's really, really fucking good is what that is. Because I need more cold res to fight the wolf guy, so that's actually a really good thing. Alright, so that's helpful. I'm wondering like what boss area you could farm. I think most people farm probably the mausoleum, in my opinion, because one, you get more chests, more golds, then you fight the boss over and over and over, and it's all in the same area, on the same level. That'd be my guess. So you just do the mausoleum over and over and over until you get items. Plus, the monster level is like level 10. So if I kill something here, I might still find something useful. But this is item level 15, so the roll can be higher. When I kill something out here at the beginning starting area, I feel like the item level is going to be so far restricted that it's not going to benefit you. Like, yeah, you might find gold items and stuff when you kill her, but they're probably not going to be worth anything compared to when you kill, you know, both of them in the mausoleum. You're going to get better items.
Hey, who knows what prizes? Yeah, sure.
So I think farming the mausoleum makes sense. It's just how often and how long am I gonna have to farm it? that is the bigger question here. I guess the question too is, do you kill everything, or you just go kill the boss? I feel like you kill everything to get the gold. That way you can gamble and buy items. Oh, we never checked the other vendor. Oops. We can do that right now. We checked the girl, but we never checked the other one.
What have we got?
He might have like armor or something for me. Horrible. I need max life and energy shield. But the problem is those are 30 to max life. Fire res. Low energy shield though. Yeah, nothing.
Stick to the cairns.
And she didn't have anything.
Some odds and ends of mine.
Oh, she has an amulet though. Mana regen, max mana. Oh god, that could actually be really good if it had +1 projectile skills on it. I like the mana regen plus the max mana. Like that's actually solid. But I don't think I have to have it.
Be careful.
And the odds of me rolling +1 to projectile with like the 4 exalts that I have would be, I just think it'd be a waste of money. So you'd want to find it that already has it. And even then, you'd probably just gamble gold. Like once I get to Act 2, I can start farming like hundreds of thousands of gold. And then it's a lot easier for me to find items on all cold spells, for example. I just need that for lightning. That's really what I'm after, is like 1 to lightning, 2 to lightning if I'm really lucky. I think the highest I can get is 3. I think that can drop here. You can get like a legendary wand that can have it. I'm not sure about blue ones. I think the blue ones can, but it's rare, like exponentially rare. So I'd probably be lucky just to get like a +1 or +2 at most, which would honestly be really good. So I wouldn't be surprised. The problem is just finding one. That's half the battle. And then I can also gamble the gold that I have here too. So if I farm this long enough, I could either gamble for rings, for lightning, or I could gamble for rings for something else entirely. The heck was that? Oh, it's an exalt. Oh, that's good. That's somewhat helpful. I'm surprised with how many I've found. I found almost 10. Like, that's crazy. I probably should be using them on my gear. Like, I should just regal everything and upgrade everything. But it's like, I kind of want to save them for something that I might need it for that's like better, you know, down the road once I hit Act 2. But the problem is if you die before you reach Act 2, well, you wasted them anyway because you didn't use them. So it's like, what do I do? What's the best option? And I don't know.
Let me teach you the power of the Eternals, Marrakech.
Please don't.
My love, I call to you. Oh, escape.
No golds.
I must travel light.
Boo. Boo. Boo this man. Not eventful, unfortunately. What's up, Henrik? How you doing, man?
Hey, feeling lucky? I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it, but cheers.
Cold spells. Eh.
Later.
I could just regal those. Also regal the helmet. Which one did I do? Did I do this one or did I do the other one? No, I did the other one. Okay, we're good. I always picked the wrong one, and I was like, oh, I've already cleared this one out or something. I need to do Draven. I guess what I would really need is like rings with lightning damage attached to them. And then I would need mana plus cold. So if I could find like a sapphire ring that has cold res, which is built in because it's a sapphire. And if I could find mana on there, which helps, gives me more intelligence, which also gives me more mana. I can cast more spells without running out. And then if I could get lightning damage on the ring, that'd be a huge bonus. But really, I'd really only need like either max life on the ring, mana, not mana, but I need like more like the cold res is what it would be for. The extra attributes would be a huge bonus, but that's if I gamble. And then the odds of you getting one, I mean, there's like 10 different ring types, so yeah, you just hope for the best. And then you have to hope that it rolls something that you need stat-wise, aside from just the max mana. Like, that's the default. You'll get the mana, not the mana, you'll get the resistances as your default. The rest would be touch, like, questionable. Let's hope there's 2 gold chests in here. I think that's why people farm this, is they hope to get lucky on the chest drop, plus they kill the boss. So it's like 3 bosses in 1 room, which actually pretty good. If you run it fast enough, I mean, you can farm some gold. Not a lot, but good enough to probably gamble better loot. You just got to do it a lot. Question though is it worth your time to sell the white items that you find? I don't think so. That's a big if. The boss room's probably on this side. I can kind of see. I think it's over there. That's the difference with hardcore. You can't just like run headfirst at the boss and try to kill him each and every time. And I guess you could, but if you die, you're fucked and you gotta start over. So it's like, ugh, all that time for the gear and the shitty gear you found to make your character somewhat stronger. You just died and you wasted it, so you gotta spend more time. If you just spend more time initially, make yourself stronger from the get-go, you can kind of progress a little bit better. You just have to farm, which is not probably what everyone finds to be entertaining, let alone enjoyable. But hey, if you want to survive in hardcore, you got to do things differently, play smarter. I always wonder like why it drops 2 of the same items, like from time to time. The items are almost identical, you know, like that. In that case, they were, but not all the time. But you'll see it, like you'll open a chest and it drops like 2 great staves. And it's just like, why? Like, why couldn't you drop completely other ones? It's like, nah, we just rolled it twice. There's got to be a mechanic as to why it does it that way sometimes, or unless it's just pure luck and it's coincidence. Maybe. All right, let's go kill Draven. I need to dodge that actually. No golds, damn. You guys are holding out on me, dude. I don't appreciate that at all. Kind of rude if you ask me. They're like, you guys want loot? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, nah. They're holding out, dude. That's crazy. The game is on to me. Not gaining any experience though, because the monsters are so low level. Like, I'm technically gaining experience, but it's very minimal. Orb of Alchemy, really? Interesting. Wonder what I would really use that on. Maybe a ring or something, like a base. I feel like it'd have to be a pretty good one. Guess I could kill Locken, maybe? Since I'm here, just gonna find him. Now I think about it, this is where I found my legendary item last time. I think one of my first legendaries was here. I was so excited, and then I found out legendary items are dog shit. Like the vast majority of them are terrible. I was like, oh yeah, they're gonna be like Diablo. They're gonna be awesome. And it's like, nah, they're not. They're really not. There's a few that really are, but it's so few. Like it's kind of a fucking joke at that point. Sometimes you get lucky, other times not so much. I go check the grave here.
My dearest daughter.
It's kind of like a chest, you know. You never know.
All time. Rest well.
I'm getting hungry. I'm gonna need to go put some wings in the air fryer. Nom 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 nom. Can I put frozen wings in the air fryer? Is that allowed? Or do they need to be thawed first? What are the rules on that? Do I just try it and find out? I mean, wings kind of sound nice. I could do like potatoes too. I make like mashed potatoes or something. Nom 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 nom. I'm getting hungry, man. It's probably back that way where the waypoint is. What am I doing? Don't judge me. I'm losing my mind. I'm having a moment, okay? Let me live my life. I'm gonna try different wings this time too. Normally I buy like the non-frozen ones. From the store, and then I just cut them myself. Like I buy like the whole chicken leg, like kind of wing, and then I do it that way. Oh, you can't fight Lachlan. Fuck. Well, that's different. Guess that's why people don't farm him. Makes sense though. I get it. It's kind of weird it's a one and done thing though. That's... I mean, you technically did kill him. Ugh. I'm so old, man. Gotta stretch it out.
Hey, feeling lucky?
Attack speed on gloves. Nice. Lightning damage. Cold damage. Cold res. And max life. Nah. I'm not gonna keep it. can regal everything. Regal all the things. Ew, evasion rating. That was a waste. Yikes. Now, I guess I'll just go back to the tomb, maybe. Then I can just speedrun the tomb. And just keep leveling. Not really leveling, but trying to find items, I guess. I mean, it wouldn't take me much to find a better item. I just need a glove. No, well, I need better gloves, too. I'm trying to think really what I would need on gloves. I'd need mana, energy shield. Max health would be fine. Lightning damage would be great. Resistances maybe would be cool. But yeah, it's gonna be a challenge to find all of those things. Really, I just need like either lightning damage on them, resistances for cold. At the moment, I would need cold res, and then I would need to have mana life or something else there. But that'd be kind of a gamble. It'd be easier just to level up again and go to the vendor. But this is also why we farm this area, because you drop gold items occasionally and maybe you'll get something that you need. Like a new chest piece, new armor, new helmet, something that's slightly better than what you already had. Also too, if you find a weapon, that's the only thing that you'll really need to kind of push you to the next level. Sometimes you're like, oh, I'm struggling, I can't get kills, and I don't do enough damage, and then the weapon will drop, and the weapon gives you enough damage to where it's like, okay, now it's on easy mode for like, you know, a couple acts. Or a couple map levels, whatever you're gonna do. It makes a big difference. Or at least it can. Still not a fan of the Eternal Knights. Those guys can bite me. They're kind of rough.
Let me teach you the power of the Eternals, Maracas.
Yeah, teach me, mommy.
Right of the
I need to get out of there. Oh, fuck. I forgot I'm on a hardcore account. I gotta actually like make sure I don't die. It's like, Dan, you can't just tank everything and hope it works out. Well, you can, but probably not a good idea. Wouldn't recommend it. No gold items. Well, shoot. That didn't work, did it? Like, no.
Hey, who knows what prizes await?
A lot of cold res over here. A whole lot.
Not bad.
A little bit of cash, though.
Who knows what prizes await?
So the question is, do I gamble a wand? Wands are cheaper. Oof.
Not bad.
That's a good wand, but not for me. The odds of me getting a +1 to lightning is going to be pretty rare. I mean, I think it can happen. I get plus fire all the time. That's not bad.
Yeah, sure. I'll take it off your hands.
Rough. I just don't like how it gives you like necromancer wands as well. Like, that kind of sucks because then you're just wasting half your money. Like most of the time, you're just like, fuck, man. Like, could have been better. All right, one more. Yeah, it's not Raven. I wonder if killing either of the bosses makes a difference. Like, does killing Draven matter more than killing the other girl, like drop-wise, or is it all random? Like, does one have a higher drop rate for like witchcraft items or something, or does the other one have? Does it not matter? I'd imagine it doesn't matter because it's probably not like loot specific. I don't see why they would quite do that. I mean, it would be kind of cool to have a boss that's like, hey, if you kill this boss, it drops you like more likely magic gear. If you buy the other one, it drops you more like armor and physical gear. That'd be kind of neat, but I don't think the game does that for, you know, balance reasons. So they all just drop whatever. Have you guys watched the new Battlefield trailer yet that came out today? Like a teaser. I mean, it's Battlefield Labs is what they called it. It's like a little program they're making so you can play the game like and test it before release. And then I think it's for more like content creators in some ways or just people they pull in. I don't know how they're going to do it online. I don't know if they'll give you access that way. But the teaser looked cool. The maps look cool. It's the same Battlefield, like everything getting destroyed, but a lot of level and map destruction they teased in there, and it's like really cinematic. But I don't know if that's really like, is that the main reason people play Battlefield, like destructible environments? I think they like some of the realism aspect to it more so than COD, but I would argue that the game modes, gameplay, styles, it's a little bit of both, but I don't know about destructible environments being the #1 reason. It's a pretty cool like thing to sell though. Like it looks awesome. But I don't know if it's like #1 most important.
You will have eternity to regret your intrusion here. The spirits yearn, my beloved Asinia.
I answer your call.
He's already dead. Drop me a wand, you bitch. Like, drop me something. But I don't know. With the last Battlefield game, it kind of flopped pretty fucking hard. Even Battlefield 1 has a higher player count currently than the last one.
Yes. None of it's
So going forward, I feel like they got their work cut out for them. I just don't know what they're going to do. Max life, evasion. See, I don't need the attack speed. I need like resistances and some other stuff. That's what's frustrating about this whole thing. Oops. I guess you could just take the checkpoint here, go out to the cemetery, and then when you come back, you can just click this. Click new and go right back in and do it again. You don't even have to kill the boss each time. I mean, I see why you would, because the boss might drop the best loot compared to the minions, because sometimes there's like not any gold monsters in here, like rares. Oh, a stone charm. Haven't found that yet. That's helpful. I think it's for stuns. Kind of surprised. Kind of surprised by the amount of health he had. Orbit transmutation. Alright, here's the boss room. I guess really you just want to speed farm Draven.
Your soul will join my steeple of death. These spirits are mine! My beloved Asinia! Cut down! You did.
Ooh, got some gloves, some gold ones.
I'm carrying enough already.
Maybe we'll get lucky. We'll see.
Hey, who knows what prizes await? Yeah, sure. I'll take it off your hands.
Lightning, fire, armor, energy shield. It's not a bad little helmet, but not something I really need.
Deal.
Now these look interesting. Max life dexterity, energy shield. And evasion. Yeah, I just don't think so.
Take up deal. Later.
The stun charm's cool though. That could be helpful. Need to find a Voltic staff or a wand. That's kind of what I'm after. Something that gives me... Actually, how much gold did that give me? 2? Almost 2k gold. Oof. I didn't get the checkpoint at the beginning. That's funny. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to go get some food. And then I might sit down and edit some videos and go from there. But guys, thanks for hanging out today. Appreciate it. I'll be back sometime, maybe tomorrow. And we'll see what happens. But thanks again, guys, for watching. I appreciate it. And have a good one.